Okay, good morning. It is real early here, 6 something. Got another book to review today, and I'm going to speak a little louder. Some of these videos haven't been loud enough. I don't know why my microphone is not working. I have the input jacked up. What Great Parents Do by Erica Reischer, PhD, Princeton. I don't know where else she's from. Princeton and some other school she has on her resume. University of Chicago. She doesn't say where she went to undergrad. There's a reason why people don't do that. But anyway, what great parents do. Simple strategy, 75 simple strategies for raising kids who thrive. Okay. Now, I have to be very careful when I read these parenting books so that I don't, just totally rip them to shreds. Of course, I have my own chauvinistic ideas on how kids should be raised. That is the Einstein blueprint, of course. What can I say about this book? The Small Book of Big Parenting Ideas. It's a bunch of tips, and it's really, I would say, a very introductory, common sense approach towards parenting. For example, if your kids are whining in the store and they want something, yeah, you could get them that Hot Wheels car, that little treat that they want in the store. But if you do, bear in mind you're teaching them that whenever they whine, they will be rewarded. Okay. Can't argue with that. It's 100% true. People need to hear it, but the people who need to hear it, they generally do not read books like this and change their behavior. In other words, a lot of this stuff is common sense. And, I think it's well written. I think she has some decent ideas in here, but it's really just kind of like a introduction to parenting. Now, the other thing that this book does is it treats children like delicate flowers, like hypersensitive kids. It wants you to be on eggshells with every word, adjective, adverb you use around your kids, which I think is ridiculous. But it also speaks to the reality of how most parents actually feel or relate to their kids. Okay, let me just give you at least one example from the book. I don't want to make it too long. First grader doing his math homework is struggling. He gets frustrated and says, "I can't do this." Many well-meaning parents respond something like this: "Yes, you can, sweetie. Here, let me show you." By telling him that he can do the problem he is struggling with, you are intending to motivate him. Your intentions are good, but you are telling him he is wrong about his experience. You are arguing with his reality. Okay. You should really say this. Instead of saying, "Yes, you can, sweetie. Here, let me show you," you're supposed to say, "Honey, I can see you're struggling with this and it feels really hard right now." Empathy. How about a hug or some other positive touch? Okay, show me where you're feeling stuck with this. Let me see if we can come up with another way of approaching this problem. I can see this math is tricky for you right now. Avoid labeling. At the same time, I believe you can figure it out. Okay, now I have my kids read this because I'm a pretty serious, intense math teacher. I had them read this yesterday to see if this woman teaches math the way I teach math, or she suggests teaching math the way I do. My daughter literally burst out laughing. Okay, now, but you see what I'm saying? You're coddling the kids, and you're afraid to say anything lest you, I don't know, traumatize them for life with the wrong adjective or adverb, or you didn't touch them enough. Yeah, if you were going to teach math or anything else to kids like that and spend a paragraph answer that's, hyper politically correct, I guess, you're going to go crazy. You don't have the bandwidth as a parent to do that. Nobody does. And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, so that's the difference. This woman, she talks to parents about parenting from a position of weakness, and the Einstein blueprint, and I'm all about parenting from a position of strength. We're not worried about hurt feelings and traumatizing kids long term because we have so much currency with our kids in the first place. That is not an issue. All right, so should you read this book? I mean, I read it. I always find things, different ways of looking at things, different ways of dealing with issues in any book that I read. But should you read it? I don't know. Nice woman, well written book, not exactly for the most ambitious parents on earth.